Well, let's have a little fun and learn a few things along the way. Hi, and welcome to my YouTube channel, This and That. It's just a little channel where I put a little bit of this, a little bit of that, whatever strikes my interest. And the other day, I ran across a little information on a donkey and a mule. I thought, well, okay, that's kind of neat. So I stepped back a little bit and I said, okay, let's find out what the difference is. Horses, donkeys, mules, and hinnies. A hinnie. I've never even heard of a hinnie before. Really interesting, though. All right. I've never been around these four animals in person. I do not have any of them. Everything I'm sharing with you is from the internet. The photos are from the internet, except for one that I found in my family album. All four of these animals, the horse, the donkey, the mule, and the hinnie, are considered beasts of burdens. They help humans out. They carry heavy loads. They can plow farmlands. They can move rocks. They're used for transportation. They're used to pull wagons and carts. Beast of burdens. And you probably have heard all kind of names applied to the beast of burden. Workhorses, labor horses, pack mules, pack horses, where they would carry heavy loads. Now, all of these animals have been around for a very long time. And in fact, according to the Smithsonian, it's millions of years ago. And they aren't even really sure, they, as in the historians and the archaeologists who study this. They keep finding more and older fossil records. But the horse that we know, like the photos that we're looking at now, there's about 400 types of horses. The male is a stallion, the female is a mare. A young female is a filly, a young male is a colt. There's about 186 types of donkeys. Look at those big ears and those great big eyes. A donkey can also be called an ass or asses. They can also be called a burro or a jackass. Now, a jackass isn't a derogatory remark towards the donkey. It's just a compilation of the word ass and the word jack. And jack is a colloquial name for a male donkey. So a male donkey can be called a jack or a john. A female donkey can be called a jenny or a jennet. A colt is a young male. A filly is a young female. And the immature donkey is a foal, just like on horses. Now, if you call a human a jackass, well, that's another whole different story. So what happens when a donkey and a horse decide they like each other? Well, you can either get a mule or you get a hinnie. A mule is the hybrid offspring of a male donkey and a female horse. A hinnie is a hybrid offspring of a male horse and a female donkey. Neat. So there are some basic characteristics that define each one, although there's going to be some overlap. Now, from what I have read, if the parent is a male, like a male horse mates with the female donkey, the head will more than likely look more like a horse and the torso will look more like the donkey, and just vice versa. If a male donkey mates with a female horse, the head is going to look more like a donkey, the torso more like a horse. And I've been trying to pay a little attention to all of that, and it does seem to play out in most of them. So these are mules. And a mule, again, is a male donkey, a female horse. And if you look at the faces, particularly the ears, the big snout, they do look more like a donkey. Now, mules sometimes will have a characteristic sway back. It's just part of their character. Scan down here and look at some more. Like this one. Has a little sway back going on. And from what I've read, donkeys don't have that. Here's another sway back. Neat. So, this is a hinnie. Now, I had trouble finding photos of hinnies because they are a little rarer. And there is some confusion between a donkey, a mule, and a hinnie, and you're going to see images that call the same animal all three names. But this one came with verbiage very, very clearly stating that this was a hinnie. And this is from Wikimedia. which is supposed to be a Creative Commons site, so you can use their images, from what I've been told. But this is a hinny in Oklahoma. And again, a hinny is the male horse. And look at the animal's face. It does look like a horse, and look at the ears. Okay, here's another little hinny. This is a little hand drawing of a hinny. Neat. So, a mule and a hinny are both hybrids. And they are supposed to be sterile hybrids. Because what happens is a horse has 64 chromosomes, a donkey has 62. Their offspring, the mule or the hinny, end up with 63 chromosomes. Now, I really couldn't find how many chromosomes a hinny has. I'm just working on the presumption a hinny will have the same chromosomes as the mule. I don't know. It could be 61, 65, I don't know. I have to do lots more digging, but I could not find it the first few times I looked. So again, a mule is the offspring of a male donkey and a female horse. A hinny is a male horse and a female donkey. So this is, see that sway back? This is the mule. Isn't that cute? Although I'm on the mule page and that says donkey. That's what I was saying. You have to kind of watch. But since that is so cute, we'll let it be called whatever it wants to. All right, I want to show you something from my family album. This is one of my uncles. He was a farmer, rancher / cowboy. And this is his, I want to say it's a hinny, based on the shape of the head and the short ears. But look at that body size. Mules and hinnies can both be larger than their parents. My uncle was about 6 foot tall. This photo was sometime around the 1940s, maybe early 1950s, before my time. But look how big that animal is. And Jake was very important to the farm because there are numerous photos of Jake in the family photo album. Nice photo, though. All right, so we're back to the hinny. And here we're back to the mule. Hybrids, and they aren't supposed to have offspring. But if you dig a little bit on the internet, you're going to find numerous sites that say, yes, there have been recorded births. One article said that in the last 500 years, there's been about 50 recorded births, which really doesn't sound like much at all. But considering they're supposed to be sterile and not be able to produce at all, plus those are only recorded births. There could be 2 or 3 times more than that that were not recorded, that happened out in the wild, that happened before people started recording it. So yes, there is this very slim possibility that they can mate and produce offspring, which they have done. There are records to that. Now, a mule can have male or female kids. A hinny can have male and female kids, just like a horse and a donkey. But really interesting. Now, if you want a really good project for your kids, for yourself, you know, if you're a teacher and allowed to pick some subjects, this would be kind of really neat. I think the kids would love it. And if you're in college and you want a little more of a challenge for a project, try to find out when they first started being domesticated. That was the one that was the challenge. So anywhere between 3,500 to 10,000 BCE, we don't know. But they've been around a very long time. Beast of burden, pets, companions, a way to make money. All these nice things that these 4 animals have given us. Mules and hinnies. Actually, they are more desirable than horses and donkeys. They are stronger. They are smarter. They live longer. They're easier to train. They have better immune systems. And they have more vigor, so they can really keep going and keep going and keep going, carrying heavier loads, plowing more fields, carrying more wagons, carrying more people. Now, you've always heard that donkeys can be stubborn. and hard to train, ill-tempered. Well, of course, you're always going to get some individuals that are like that, no matter what animal group you're in, including us. But everything I have read says that if you take the time to build a bond with the animals, a trust with the animals, and just take it slow, take it easy, show them repeatedly what you want done, that they are very trainable and amenable to it. And they will work their little hearts out for you. So if you, I guess, have the choice, if you want a donkey or a mule, take a mule. Or a hinny. I would really like to see some in person one day and actually be able to compare side by side. I did try to find some photos that had all 4 of the animals side by side, but I didn't find one. And I could make a compilation, but it's just as easy to go click and click and click. Neat, huh? All right, let's get back to the point that they aren't supposed to be able to produce offspring for just a moment, and all the many articles that we have that says they have, in fact, produced or reproduced. Because I always keep thinking about Jeff Goldblum's famous line in Jurassic Park, his character Ian Malcolm. And I quote, "I'm simply saying that life finds a way," unquote. I'll talk to you later. Have a good day.